Welcome back to The Vocalist. We are listening to Tool again today. This time we are going to hear the song The Pot. After going through all of your comments and your recommendations, there were a few songs that sort of made it to the top, but I feel like this one was mentioned the most. Now, this video is going to be unlike anything I've ever done before because I'm not actually watching a video today. This is just audio. You guys recommended the studio version of this song, so here we are. I honestly don't know what my eyes are gonna do, so apologies in advance if I space off. I do have the lyrics pulled up just in case, but here we go.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters. You practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle and burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cards and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been high. You must have been high. You must have
Already I feel like I don't recognize his voice. It's so different from the first time I heard him sing sober. Let's go back. This song the timing of this is so interesting. I should do this more often. I do love listening to studio recordings when they really take a little extra time to, do effects with, whether you hear something come in your right ear or your left ear and all that fun stuff. But here we go. Back to the top.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head.
It's not even ironic. I don't know the word I'm thinking of. The fact that vocally, he's singing it so gently, so delicately, and yet the words he's singing are so accusatory. It's such an interesting combination, and really, I think the two combined really make you listen to what he's saying. I want to hear it again.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head.
That also, the way he did out your head, that is kind of a foreshadowing of the timing that we're going to hear later in this piece, because already you don't feel like you can latch on to a beat, you feel like it's sort of ebbing and flowing a little, and then of course it continues to do that later on. Okay, last time, I promise.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters. You practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle and burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cards and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been high. You must have been high. You must have been.
I have to hear that again. This is such a complex piece musically. It reminds me of Golly, some of the moments in my schooling where we did contemporary opera, or depend more 21st century opera, but some of the timing, you just feel like you're constantly counting, and then the orchestra there was never a cue for you to sort of pick up on. You just sort of, okay, I gotta keep my beat, I gotta keep my counts so that I know to come in at the right place. And so hearing him sing at the same time, they're just two completely, I could imagine them in two completely different pieces. That's how different the instrumental and the vocals are, until, obviously later I feel like they start to mesh a little bit. I'm sorry, it's fascinating. Let me get before that. You know what? Here we go.
To wave your finger, you must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters, you practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle and burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cards and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been
I think I've figured out why I prefer video, and it's because if I'm not watching a singer, I get very distracted by everything else that's going on. I mean, obviously I want to take it all in, but it's really hard to focus on vocal technique when you have a bass line like this. It's just, you just want to, I don't know, that's what my ears, my mind, my soul is just gravitating towards right now. I did pay a little attention to the vocals because already we're getting so much contrast that, again, I would not have recognized the voice at the very beginning of this piece, and slowly but surely we're getting more to the voice that I remember hearing the first time. I didn't want to stop and rewind, but at the end of, I think it would have been the chorus when he's like, you must have been high. I loved the way he said that. It had so much attitude and personality. And as this next verse started, I feel like I don't know, I was getting a bit of a soulful sort of R&B vibe from his vocals. Let's see. I don't want to go all the way back. Here we go. Oh, no, I gotta go back further. Okay. that again, because that then compared to the next section, I get a lot more of sort of rock vibes. I love the way he lingers on consonants, that end sound right there. He did it earlier and we got a little bit more vibrato. He uses those consonants to create such cool sounds, but also emphasize certain words. That also caught my attention earlier. Dexterity. I mean, I love hearing how much he can do with his voice, and to have these beautiful, clean... I know they're not huge or really lengthy runs, but they're so precise, and there's got almost this sort of little attack to each note, which really helps to create that added clarity. Start that again. The power, the breath pressure, he's in just a gorgeous mix right here, because it's got, I feel like I am a broken record when I talk about the balance in a voice. Like, you need it all. You need that brightness, you need that ping to give the sparkle to a voice, to really make it sound thrilling. But I love how rich and warm those lower tones are. And then, yeah, again, his attack on this, it was just so, not forceful, but a little bit. Like, it's powerful. Forceful sometimes feels like a negative word. I'm thinking of it in a very positive way. I'm loving these harmonies that we're getting. I want to hear that scream again. Oh my gosh, I'm not even halfway there. Sorry. That is an intense scream. what they did with the tonality there. I won't go back. We're going to keep going. Anytime he says, you must have been, it's got this swagger to it, this edge. There's so much diversity in this piece and so many sections. That tonality. You know what? I'm going to listen to it again. Ooh, here we go. Love that he really relaxed on that last one. Almost a little breathy. Oh, that was gorgeous. And the sudden shift, that I think that's what makes it so exciting, is you can't just sit down and expect to know what you're gonna get. There's like a surprise at every corner. I want to hear that last one. This is gorgeous. His tone here is so lovely. And again, it's very gentle. The drums during, that interlude there, I loved how it just sort of like crept in every once in a while. It was very suspenseful. I honestly was envisioning sort of this dark jungle, and you can sort of see the eyes of whatever species, terrifying cat you can imagine, and that sort of little, I guess growl. I don't know what sound it is that they make, but kind of like a purring sort of growling sound, and you get these little interludes with the drums. I'm not making, hopefully I'm making sense. It just, the visual component of where this song is taking me it's a journey, to say the least. Here we go. I love endings like that. I love when I'm not ready for it, and so it's very unexpected that it just stops. That last vocal he had, or harsh vocal scream, it was, the texture of it was very different from anything we'd heard in the song, but in particular the first scream I mentioned. And so it's cool to hear just a slight shift to create such a, it's, they had similar qualities and yet they were very different. And I think the text and the instrumentals also influenced that, but oh, that was good. I gotta say, I feel like I should maybe do some audio only a little more often. It does take an extra minute or so for me to really focus, but once I do, I think I can take in the instrumentals a little easier, or I at least I'm hearing more than maybe perhaps I was seeing. The one thing I also want to mention about the mix of this particular track is that normally I would really love vocals to just be a notch higher, just personal taste, but I love how beautifully they blended with the entire piece, with everything we were hearing, because it didn't feel like the vocals were the star of the show. It really felt like every instrument, including the voice, all of them were working together so well, and they each had their own, I mean, it sounds so, they each had their own part to play, basically. Yes, I know, literally, but also figuratively, because each one really, I don't know, when you think about the text that you were hearing, and then also the, whether it was bass, guitar, drums, whatever you were hearing in the band, they paired and flattered each other so well. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation. A few other songs that also came highly recommended were The Grudge, Push It, and Schism. So we will likely be listening to one of those in the near future. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.